into the explosion. Britney freaking Spears. Yes, you heard that right. During her gut-wrenching testimony against Diddy, Cassie name-dropped the Princess of Pop and brought up that infamous 2007 party, the one that still sends chills down every fan's spine. That was the night Britney was allegedly given a mystery substance. And then, the next day, boom, the whole world watched as she struggled through the now infamous MTV VMA performance. But honey, it wasn't just a flop. No. Sources say it was a final humiliation ritual designed to trigger her public collapse. And it worked. And guess who was behind the curtain pulling the strings? Allegedly, Britney's own management team, Lou Taylor and Robin Greenhill, who, believe it or not, asked Diddy to assist them in breaking Britney down, stripping her of her autonomy, and turning her into a puppet under their thumb. And Diddy, word is, he wasn't just a willing participant, he was their go-to guy for illegal substances used to control Hollywood's brightest stars. Their words, keep the assets in line. Disgusting, but wait, it gets darker. Sources close to Britney's legal team have confirmed that Britney tried to expose all of this. She tried to warn Cassie. She tried to speak her truth. But what did they do? They shut her down, not just legally, but mentally. They allegedly pumped her with more substances, played mind games, and used psychological manipulation to erase her memories. And guess what? Britney's own lawyer just revealed she believes the exact same thing happened to Wendy Williams. Yup. This rabbit hole goes deep. According to insiders, there's an entire secret network in Hollywood, a mind control machine built to break silence and discard stars once they stop playing nice. The ones who speak out, label them crazy. Done. Just like that. But honey, buckle up because we're just getting started.
I believe that Britney was a true Diddy and
Absolutely. Absolutely. All of those girls, all of those Mickey Mouse girls, including Christina Aguilera, all of these children have been fit. Part of the reason why they can't tell you is because they were thugs.
Yeah.
When most of what was happening to them was happening. And what they have left are the memories and the nightmares.
So here's how it all came flooding back to the surface. Cassie, while detailing her trauma, mentioned that night in September 2007, her birthday bash in Vegas. Diddy showed up, and guess who else was there? Britney. Cassie testified that Diddy suddenly kissed her that night. Out of nowhere, no warning, even though he was still publicly with Kim Porter. And let's not forget, Cassie was dating Ryan Leslie back then. Ryan was at the same party, and the awkwardness through the roof. A photo from that night was even submitted into court. Diddy, Cassie, Britney, and music producer Dallas Austin all together. But what looked like just another industry party was, according to sources, the beginning of the end for Britney. Because that was allegedly the night Diddy slipped something into her drink. And what followed? A catastrophic spiral, one that ended in her being locked in a conservatorship that controlled every second of her life for more than 13 years. She even told the court in 2021, her own words, baby, that she was forced onto lithium, a substance so strong it left her unable to speak, to think, to hold a conversation. They broke her on purpose.
When I said no to one dance move into rehearsals, it was as if I planted a huge bomb somewhere. And I said, no, I don't want to do it this way. After that, my management and my dancers and my assistant of the new people that were supposed to do the new show all went into a room, shut the door, and didn't come out for at least 45 minutes. Ma'am, I'm not here to be anyone's slave. I can say no to a dance move. I was told by my, at the time, therapist, Dr. Benson, who died, that my manager called him in that moment and told him I wasn't cooperating or following the guidelines in rehearsals. And he also said I wasn't taking my medication, which is so dumb because I've had the same lady every morning for the past 8 years give me my same medication. They're going to come back and be mean to me or punish me or something. 3 days later, after I said no to Vegas, my therapist sat me down in a room and said he had a million phone calls about how I was not cooperating in rehearsals and I haven't been taking my medication. All of this was a false. He immediately the next day put me on lithium out of nowhere. He took me off my normal meds I'd been on for 5 years. And lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to. You can go mentally impaired if you take too much, if you stay on it longer than 5 months. But he put me on that and I felt drunk. I really couldn't even take up for myself. I couldn't even have a conversation with my mom or dad really about anything. I told them I was scared and my doctor had me on 6 different nurses with this new medication come to my home, stay with me, to monitor me on this new medication, which I never wanted to be on to begin with.
And if you think this story is just about Britney, think again. Because Britney, she's not the only one. Wendy Williams, Kanye West, the list goes on. All stars who were once celebrated until they started speaking out. Then suddenly, they're labeled crazy, mentally unstable, unfit, same blueprint, same tactics, same silence.
When I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here and it would have been, oh, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look.
They would have Michael Jackson.
or worse.
People are starting to ask, are we looking at a full-on mind control program in Hollywood? A system where celebs are drugged, gaslit, and manipulated into compliance, all to protect the interests of handlers, execs, and management firms that treat human beings like business investments? The rumor that Diddy drugged Britney before the 2007 VMAs, it's no longer just a whisper, it's a howl. So let's